Welcome to Realtors Unfiltered, where Bitterroot Valley real estate gets served raw with a side of chaos and a splash of sass.
We're ditching the polished pitch and spilling the behind-the-scenes tea. Think deals gone sideways, realty regrets, and clients who ghost harder than your ex.
Whether you're a seasoned agent, a curious buyer, or just here for the stories, you're in the right place. Just the truth behind the transactions.
This is real estate unfiltered and unhinged.
Welcome to Realtors Unfiltered. In this episode, we're going to talk about stress on the job and having a part-time job within having a license. So, yeah.
The struggles and benefits to both.
And I think I want to start off. I personally have started off when I got my license having two jobs. Well, one actually, just at Paul's Pancake Parlor, and I was waitressing, which I think is good tip-wise because you can work like 1 to 2 days a week and then have the rest of your week. But on the days that you have to get things done, realty-wise, everything is time of the essence, unfortunately. So that's very stressful because when you're waitressing, you can't just take a 10-minute call because
and it's never
there's
just
a lot.
10 minutes.
Yeah, and there's a lot going on, and you might need your computer, and you might need to do some other things. You never know what's going to happen. It's very unpredictable, and you're never bored, for sure. But I think
it's hard too, like, I work a serving job as well on top of real estate, and remembering specials, like daily specials. Like, there's always so much going on in my brain of, oh, I need to call this client. I need to check back in. I've got an open house. Who am I going to get, like, the goodies from? I need to go grocery shop. Like, there's always something going on in my head at all times. And then trying to focus on serving and what the special is and smile. Like,
or you're like, oh, I got a call, a new lead. Oh, my gosh, I need to contact them right away before they contact 3 other realtors, and whoever answers gets it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, you have to make yourself, in real estate, you have to make yourself available almost at all times. Which is kind of a struggle when you're working on top of real estate.
Unless you do, like, I also worked an admin job, which allowed me to do my real estate because it was for the brokerage. So I was like, I could do my real estate and take a call here and there and then do some paperwork if I really need to. Emails, whatnot. But if you have a job like that, like a 9-to-5, that allows you to have that freedom, I would definitely do that if you really need that supplement income. But it's hard, and I don't.
We all do it. I mean,
yeah.
In my starting job, I also work at the Little Peak Brewery, and I work with 2 other agents, which is honestly, it's exactly how I found Exit specifically here is through Chelsea, who referred me in. So, like, there's benefits to also serving.
Yeah.
A lot of agents have a second job as they're getting started until they're fully established.
Yeah. So
it's not just, like, negative.
But it's also, like, there's a point where you have a couple transactions and you're like, okay, I can save up and have some money, but there's still that scarcity mindset, and you're just like, I'm never going to have enough money to quit. And you just kind of need to do it. And the more you focus on real estate, the more you go all in, the more listings you're going to get, the more contacts you're going to have. Like, it'll pop up as if you focus on it, if you make it a priority. But it's hard to get out of that mindset.
It is. It's, oh my gosh, I'm still struggling.
Yeah.
Like,
if you get a couple checks, then you're like, okay, I might be able to do this. And then, or just take a month off or something if you are able to go back to that job. But it's hard. But you also have 2 jobs, don't you? 2 other ones?
Yeah. So I'm also an office manager, but that position is great. Like, it works with my schedule so well. If, like, yesterday I had an inspection at noon,
Yeah.
So was able to just leave and then came back.
Yeah.
But they work with my schedule.
That's good. See, I would keep that. Just the other one if you can.
I know. It's just trying to find that confidence that I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I'm having a hard
There's
time.
There's never a perfect time.
Yeah.
There's never gonna be the right time you do.
Yeah.
And I did it, and it's very scary. But now I'm like, okay, now I need to make this happen. Now I'm going to get out there. Now we're gonna go door knocking, even if I don't like it, but it's gonna work. And I'm excited for that.
Yeah, you're definitely motivating me. Like I'm at that like very edge
and it's
point.
Busy season, so now is the time if you're gonna get your checks in before winter. Yeah.
Yeah, I just have to do it. I just have to do it.
Yeah. And you're doing good. Like this inspection, it might be the death of you.
Yeah. This inspection made me cry a little bit.
Actually, one time I was waitressing, and it was my first sale, and there's a lot of contracts, and it took me a very long time because I had to go through it all. And
you don't, like, your first contract that you send out, like, you don't really trust yourself.
Yeah.
So not only are you going into
and multiple people review it, but you're always in the back of your mind, like, what did that even mean?
Yeah.
Like,
you don't just review it once and then like send it.
Yeah.
We're like
5 times.
Oh, if that.
Yeah. And have another person and your broker review it. But I sent those off, and then I went to work, and I was like telling this lady, I was like, hey, I'm going to be unavailable from 7 to 3 today.
Is this for a listing? Or?
It was a buyer. We put an offer in.
Okay.
And she wasn't able to sign. And it was because in transaction desk in our platform, I had them mixed up. So I had the husband as the signer 1, the wife as the signer 2. So they had signed for each other, but they couldn't sign. And it was just like, she's like called the brokerage because she couldn't get a hold of me. And she was like, I'm going to sue her if I don't get this house. And I look at my phone after my mentor comes into my restaurant. I was working, and she's like, hey, I just want to let you know this is happening. Are you okay? And I'm like, what? What's happening? And I panicked. I started crying, and I looked at my phone, saw 7 missed calls from my broker, from my mentor, from the lady, from her husband, from Max. It was very intimidating, and I was like, I don't know if I'm cut out for this. And then eventually at the end of the day, she was fine. Kim took over and was like, hey, I got it covered. Like, she was able to sign that. And thankfully, the listing was from a lady in our office. And she had told me that they didn't have any activity on it. We were the only offer coming in. It was okay. And I assured her, my buyer, that too. But she was stuck in her ways. We all have their people.
Yeah, everybody has.
And it's very stressful. I couldn't imagine the situation she was in, But they got the house. And
all is well.
All is okay.
What a learning experience.
It was. That was definitely...
It's like the harder the first transaction, the more you want to do it. Which
it
is
was.
Weird.
And I was like, okay, now the hard part's out of the way. It's going to be nothing through here. Like, we're good.
Yeah.
And my second one, they were the best people, the kindest people ever. And they had to move. They didn't want to move.
Oh.
And I found out how to work transaction desk, and I learned a lot. But my first one didn't. It was very stressful. And I was working too. So I was like, I don't know. I definitely cut down hours after that because I was stressed to the max.
Yeah.
But
I had a similar experience with my buyer. We viewed a house, I think it was Monday evening. I had to work Tuesday morning. So I said, take the night, let's sleep on it. If you want to put in an offer, I need to know before 10. So I went home and I typed everything up. Yeah, 10 a.m.
Okay.
I typed everything up. I made sure that I was prepared and ready. And shot her a text in the morning saying, good morning, how you feeling? Are we going to submit this offer? Nothing, not hearing anything. And I work at 10:30. But
it's past that time, so you're like, oh, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, I knew that she wanted to put in the offer. and I knew that it was going to be a last minute deal.
Okay.
But I didn't realize how last minute it was going to be. So she finally responds back to me at 10:30. Let's send the offer. So I'm trying to do my opening shift, getting ready, and sending out the documents for her to sign. And on top of it, the listing agent is also contacting me that there's a deadline that all offers have to be submitted by, I think it was like noon.
Oh, yeah.
And I finally get the documents back probably around 11:30, right when, like, busy lunchtime, and I'm the only server.
Do you have your computer on you?
I have my computer on me.
Oh, gosh.
And I get the documents back signed, and then my buyer calls me and was like, I think I want to change my offer.
Yeah, right? What did you say?
I said that we had caught wind that there was already multiple offers in. And I said, the more changes that we make to our offer, the less appealing it's going to be.
Yeah. And was she okay?
And she was like, okay, so
okay.
And so on top of it, I'm working with my manager.
Oh gosh, and it's just you guys?
And it's just, she's bartending and I'm serving.
You had the whole restaurant?
The whole restaurant.
There's like, how many tables? 30 or something?
Yeah. Outside and inside were open. Like patio and inside were open. To myself. And my poor manager, who was also pregnant, recently found out. So she's like, she wanted to kill me, I'm sure.
Oh gosh,
I was like walking on eggshells. I go to the bathroom because a listing agent calls me and I'm trying to be quiet. So I'm like in the corner trying to be professional as somebody flushes the toilet next to me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it was so embarrassing. And she's telling me that she never received the documents. And it's at this point it's 1. Offer was supposed to be submitted by 12. And I'm like,
you emailed them though?
I did, but I go back to my computer. I can't find it in my drafts. It's not showing as sent.
Would she let you send it in again?
She did. So that's why she was calling. She's like, I know you said that you sent it, but I haven't received anything. So I restarted my computer. I'm panicking.
Yeah.
And when I restarted the computer, I don't know if it was just like, I don't know if it was stuck somewhere, and then it pops up as sent. Like, well,
and then she got it.
And then she got it. She sent me a text that she got it. And I was on the verge of tears. Like, it's just the amount of stress, like having to deal with my client, having to deal with the listing agent.
And then not being present, working, waitressing your tables. There's probably food piling up in the window. There's people's orders to take. People are ready to close them.
My buzzer's
oh my God,
off.
I already know. Yeah. It's so stressful. There's so many things going on at once. And
I met some people. So this day specifically, though, I met some really nice people, and they actually are appraisers. So I made some new connections, and I was like explaining the situation to them, and they ended up staying there for hours.
Oh, really?
They tipped me so well.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it was the connect, and I made like a great connection, and now I have them in my back pocket for when I need an appraisal to come up.
Yeah.
So it ended up working out, but it was so stressful, and it was after that where I was like, I can't do this. I can't. And of course, my mentor, the one time that she's unavailable, was at that moment. Like,
it tests you. This job like really tests your strength, patience, like everything, and then it makes me want to do it so much more.
I know. It's why is that? What a wild.
And I feel like when you're on the verge like that, and then it turns out to be okay, and you're like, wow, what a lovely roller coaster that was.
Yeah. And so at first I get, what is that? That was on a Tuesday, submitted the offer, and we hear back Wednesday. And it's just like that phone call that you never really want to get of like, sorry to hear, but you didn't quite make it. It's like I did all of that for nothing.
No.
Like the amount of stress. Fast forward to last week, and again I'm working. just opening
my
up,
gosh.
and the listing agent calls me and tells me that the primary backed out and we're in. And of course, I'm working again.
You're like,
So,
woohoo!
yeah, like
you only work like one day a week, don't you?
Yeah, like one
there?
or two. Well, it's the schedule is not set, so
Yeah.
sometimes I don't work at all, and sometimes I work like 3 days in a row.
And it just happens to me.
Yeah, so
those days.
every time something's moving.
Yeah.
But how many have you gotten any leads through?
I mean, I'm able to put my cards up there and no one else is able to, and every time I waitress, there's also a lot of people that I see like come in there with their agent, and I'm like, hey, oh, you're in real estate? Oh, me too. And I like to just mention it and be like, oh, what are you working on today? Like, even if they're not going to buy or sell, like. And also I see a lot of people looking at like property magazines, and I'm like, oh, hey, just so you know, my card's up front. I'm a realtor.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't got anything back from that, but I've heard a lot of good things, and people have a lot of good reactions about that. So I'm like, just being known, I think, is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just as important to, not only build good connections for clients, but also your fellow real estate agents.
And it's practice. Like,
yeah.
Practicing announcing who you are and telling everyone you're a realtor can be hard at first.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I did that in waitressing, and I'm like, oh, by the way, like, if you're looking to sell or buy, or if you have a friend that does, I'm a realtor. And I got my lines down, I got my script down, and I was able to talk about it more, and it was very beneficial in that way.
Yeah, you've coached me in that aspect of, well, did you tell him you're a real estate agent?
Well, yeah, you gotta, we were having, dinner or something at Lolo, and there was this photographer guy sitting next to us, was he, or something, and he was trying to take a picture with his wife, and I'm like, you should tell him that you can take a picture of him. I think you did end up taking a picture of him, right? And I was like, well, tell him that you're good at it because you're a realtor. Like, it has nothing to do with it, but once they hear that, they're gonna be like, oh, okay.
It just
and it does
conversation,
and they're always like, oh, where at? And I feel like people are always intrigued because they don't know much about it and know much about what realtors do and just the process. I didn't even know, like, I didn't know what I was doing when I got here. I didn't know the process. I've never owned a home. I've never bought a home. Like, I never went through anything. So it was new to me too. But, like, as a listing agent, just all the steps kind of caught me off guard. I'm like, there's so much.
There is a lot that kind of goes into it. There's a lot that goes into before you're under contract on either side. The amount of work that goes into it, and some advice that I got from Melissa is to track your hours.
Oh yeah.
And when she first said that to me, I was like, that's going to be depressing. Like,
well, when we do our business plans too.
Yeah, but my mindset was in the gutter. Obviously, I was thinking, like, I don't want to see how many hours I'm spending and not getting.
No. You always got to think of the positive.
But
I'm grateful for that. I get paid $600 an hour or whatever it is. Once you actually finish a transaction.
But not every transaction is like that. Like, how many clients do you have that
see property forever and never buy?
Yeah. That happens quite often. But then there's also some that just walk in the door and place an offer. So it weighs back and forth. But also the primary reason is that it helps you prove your worth. Yeah. And like, the amount of hours that you work and you put into it, it proves your worth. Yeah. So when they don't understand usually what we do. Yeah. My first listing appointment, I think I've told you about it a little bit. I kind of walked in, no experience, no one. I didn't have my broker there to kind of help me through. I'm still like, how did you do that? I didn't do well. Well, I did not do well. Hey, you still did it. But yeah, he told me, why should I pay you? Why should I pay you? That was good though. That's good to start off hard. That's another. Yeah. Why are we like this? Why, like, the harder it is, the more I want to do it. Well, what is wrong with me? And you're just like, I want to master this. I'm the type of person who's had so many jobs in, like, my life because I get so bored. Yeah. And
I'm like, I like doing something different every time. I like having a challenge. It's a career with exponential growth that you don't know how hard you work until you really have to work hard, and then it's over and you're like, dang. And then you have such a solid relationship with those people now because you went through it together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, at first when I first met the client that I'm working with, we're very different. Like, we have very different personalities. I was like, man, I just don't know how this is going to work out. Like, I just don't know certain things. I don't know how I'm going to approach it the best way. But now, kind of like going through the struggles of, like you said, we're doing it together. Like, we're cracking up. Like, all we can do is just laugh. Like,
yeah. And it's there's only so much you can do. You can't control everything. In fact, it's all out of your control.
Which is so hard for me because I am a little bit of a control freak. Like, I want to be hands-on. I want to be able to, like, steer the situation, but I can't. Like, I have to.
You could do your best, and you can guide. And that's what we're here for.
Yeah. I kind of went a little off track there. Sorry.
No.
For the
listing agent.
Yeah, for the listing agent, like, once you all the work. Okay,
like,
so
the pre-listing research.
Yeah, the
and
listing
you order
appointment.
You order a title package from the title company, and you just have a sit-down talk with your seller. Why they're moving. You got to understand who they are as a person and what they want to do and where they're going.
And how best you're going to be able to serve them.
Yeah, their needs.
Most people think that when you're selling a property, it's for the best, highest price.
Yeah.
But that's not always the case for your client. It's
in the market, sometimes the highest, best price.
Yeah.
But what they have in mind, sellers can go a little high on the high side sometimes. And I'm like, well, that's going to sit on the market for a while and probably expire and waste both of our time. But if they're not motivated, they don't care.
Yeah.
And you've got to really find and dig deep down on their motivation, because this is where that comes in. And also, like, you could talk all day, but if they don't trust you because you haven't had that genuine conversation with them, they're not going to listen.
I agree. And I also find, like, that's where, for me, is where you're going to see a seasoned agent. Is when they know, like, this is going to be a waste of my time and your time.
And I like to have another person there with me, backing me up. If they don't trust me, they're going to trust my broker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, especially Kim.
Yeah.
If you're hearing this, Kim.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I do agree. There's a lot of work that goes into before it's even on the market.
And then ordering pictures and arranging everything, and then the waiting game. And
I feel like everything is hurry up and wait.
Yeah. Exactly. You're like, hurry, get on the market, hurry, get everything ready, clean it all up, pack it all up, get it all ready, take our pictures, get it all on the MLS, do all of our marketing. Wait. Sometimes, if you're lucky, you'll get a call right away if it's priced right. If not, you're waiting and you're getting a text from your seller saying,
what's going on?
Hey, have you heard anything? No. Sorry. But you could also do, like, open houses, and then when you eventually do get showings, do your showings and then ask for feedback on that and give it to your seller. And a lot of it is just communication all the time and being glued to your phone.
Yeah. So once your listing is under contract, now you're still just communicating. It's kind of
now with the other agent.
The other agent's kind of taking lead, but you still kind of want to be on top of it, right? You've got some important dates that you have to stay on top of.
Yeah. The appraisal, their loan, their financing, whatever they've got. If you're lucky, it's cash and a quick close.
Oh, yeah.
But usually it's not like that, and then you have to handle your offer or multiple offers if that's the case. And negotiate and communicate with your seller, then communicate with the other agent, and then they communicate with their buyer, and they communicate, and it's just like this game of communicating. And telephone, that's what I was going to say. And then you have your inspection. Now this is where it goes wrong sometimes. And if you want to share your story about what's going on with your inspection right now.
Yeah, I just went through and we scheduled our inspection. We had it yesterday. So I'm in that in-between date for the inspection and the resolution date. And for those of you that don't know what that is, it's where we have to have all terms that came up in the inspection. Either we are going to be okay with it, or we're going to negotiate with the seller, asking if they will make the repairs or credit for the repairs. And so next week is the resolution date, Monday, actually. So kind of time is of the essence right now. Ball is in my court, and we're just, all I can do is
working it out.
Yeah, talk things through with my client, try to get some quotes.
What came up on that?
Oh boy.
Was it a list? A lot?
I'll just kind of leave it at it's a distressed property. That is what the inspector has labeled it as.
An older property. There's some issues. So it needs some love in case, some money.
Lots.
Yeah. Or you could be okay with it and have bigger problems down the road.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's...
Either way.
It's a lot. It's really overwhelming once we got the... I met with the inspector yesterday, which... That is probably my favorite part about being in real estate is the people that I've met.
And all the people, they're all so nice, too.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Like, all the people you work with and first bring into your... Yeah.
Yeah, this guy was incredible. He's been doing it for 16 years.
Who did you use?
John...
Oh, I don't know him.
Oh, I'd have to go back and look at what his last name is. But I walk in and he's like, "You're aware of this property's conditions, correct?" And I was like,
"You're like, is it a haunted house, or is it something that somebody died, or what?" Oh my god!
Please only tell me the good things.
Yeah.
Radon passed with flying colors.
Really?
Yeah.
That's surprising.
For everything
that would have been
else
easy.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, mold is also another expensive thing that usually comes up.
Mold, asbestos.
Yeah.
We got it all.
Oh jeez. Yeah. Well, if you ever get past your inspection, or if you decide that you want to go through with it, then you're usually clear to close.
Yeah.
And then you get to that closing table, and I usually my favorite part is the closing gifts, like getting to know this person throughout this 30, 60 day, whatever more, and then finding out what they like and who they are as a person, and then you're like, I know exactly what to get for a closing gift. And then giving it to them and seeing their face, and then having them close and sign all their papers and get their place that they never thought they could probably get. That's my favorite part. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely have, I don't want to spoil it, but I definitely have some ideas in mind.
I think you told me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's exciting. Yeah. And I think that's I think I like being a listing agent better than a buyer's agent.
Yeah. People stressed, that I noticed, stress getting listings. Get your listings, get your listings. And now that I'm working on the buyer's behalf, and
it's more fun and lighter because they know that the ball's in their court and they have the decisions. It
is in the buyers. You got to be on it.
You got to be on them. They're off on their own.
Yeah, but for showings and stuff too, especially kind of the market that I'm working in with my client, one day on market and it's off.
Yeah, you got to be quick.
You
got to have all your stuff in order beforehand too.
Yeah. So it's stressful. The buying side is very stressful.
And then putting an offer in real quick and wondering if it's good enough, and
yeah. And trying to get that feedback, which is something that I have learned going through this process, and if putting in the past 2 weeks, I think I've put in 3 offers. Is getting the feedback.
Yeah.
What could have made my offer stronger?
And I like
besides cash.
showing. And I like showing and just going around, seeing different houses, be like, oh yeah, I like that, I like this, I don't like that. Okay, all right, let's go to the next one. And then it's fun. Like touring day is my favorite day. And then once they pick whatever they want and you put your offer in, and that's where it gets a little stressful.
Yeah, it is fun.
Yeah.
Obviously I'm still here.
Yeah.
Still going for it.
Yeah.
It is stressful, but it's worth it.
I know, we were in here, last week?
Yeah.
Like running around with our chickens with our heads cut off. And if you go on our podcast and look at our trailer episode that we tried
tomorrow. Tomorrow the 22nd. Yeah.
Yes, 22nd, Thursday the 22nd. And we got this whole new podcast set and we were trying it out and we're just gonna do another episode. We didn't know really what we were gonna talk about. I think it was this. And we were both in the midst of some contracts and
we both went under contract, I think, between a day
couple
of each
days.
other. Yeah.
And we're like, we need to get this done. And then we're answering calls, we're setting up this, we're wondering how this works, what plugs into where. And we're like, sit down and we're like, okay, let's just talk.
Yeah.
And I don't know, we talked about a lot of things, but it was kind of crazy.
It was fun though.
It was.
I also enjoy doing this for that reason.
Yeah.
It's crazy what real estate leads you to do.
Mm-hmm. And I never knew that we were going to do this, but here we are.
Yeah.
And I think more people need to give us credit for what we do. And some people don't know how we get paid. They think we get paid by the hour. We do not.
Yeah.
So don't waste our time.
Rolling in the day.
Exactly. Why they just get a cut of everything? What? I'm working for free right now. So don't even touring them, touring buyers and stuff. That's my gas, my money that I haven't got yet, that I don't know if I will get. It's uncertain because who knows if you're going to buy a house.
I mean, we're told whatever you want to say. Our entire lives, don't spend money before you get it. And then we get started into real estate and we're spending.
We're planning. I already have my check planned. I'm I need to pay this, and this.
Oh,
my check's gone already.
Yeah. It's not even here.
I know.
Yeah.
It's already out the window. Yeah. I need to be on my next sale. What the heck?
Yeah, we got it.
Commission is very hard, but also teaches you how to manage your money.
Mm-hmm.
I usually do 50% needs, 30% of not investment, but some other things, and then I do 20% wants or something like that. But I usually break it down by a percentage, and I think that really helps me. 30% savings, but yeah. Because you never know when that next check is going to come in.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's all worth it though.
It is.
It's crazy.
But you learn so much.
Yeah.
And even if you don't do it your whole life, it's life skills, communication skills, learning how to sell and talk in front of people and do listing presentations. It's very beneficial just in life.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's really grown me as a person. From when I started, I was a complete different person. I was very shy. I couldn't, there's no way I would go door knocking with you or start this podcast. I would not have done that. And now I say yes to everything. And sometimes that's a bad thing because I have a lot on my plate. But
me both.
Yeah. But I enjoy it.
Congratulations! Last week was your last day
as admin.
As admin, so now
that was my main income.
Mm-hmm. That's
scary.
That's huge.
And I just did it, and I didn't really think about it. I was I'm gonna make it in real estate. I've got to now.
Yeah.
I told my dad. He's "Oh, you've got to make money now. You got bills to pay. You better get on it, girl."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
so.
Yeah, we're gonna get out there. We're gonna get some leads.
And it's definitely getting out of your comfort zone the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
There's not one day in real estate where I'm not uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Which is good. You grow constantly.
With being uncomfortable. I mean, what is that quote? if you stay the same, you're never going to see change.
Yeah.
If you're seeking
if nothing
change,
changes,
but then don't change.
nothing changes.
Yeah.
So, and what we focus on in mindset training, I wish you were at that ambassador training, but I learned so much, and I am so grateful for Exit Realty and corporate, and I learned about just the culture of Exit, and I'm never leaving.
Yeah.
So if you want to come over, I'm gonna talk about our sponsoring and what we can do with that, maybe in another episode. But
yeah, well, definitely
it was definitely
be
fun.
Whole new episode.
Yeah, but thank you guys. Did you want to add anything?
I mean, anybody out there that's working in real estate and working another job, we get it. It's hard. It's really hard, but it's worth it. And once you find that confidence.
And affirmations, that was a big thing too.
Yeah, to believe in yourself that you're going to make it happen.
And if you don't believe, you got to just fake it till you make it and say you believe in yourself, because your mind is where it starts.
It's powerful. I just listened
your thoughts
to this one today, and it was kind of, I've been trying to listen to more coaching, motivational, and it's a practice of if you don't have it, act like you do.
Oh, yeah.
And
most of the time... I already bought my duplex in my mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm there.
Yeah. There's certain things in life that I am that way, and it's funny because it does work out. It does,
because then you're focused on it. Whether you know it or not, your mind is subconsciously working towards that goal.
Yeah.
Because you think about it, and you act like you have it, and you will have it.
This is kind of a very, funny, minor... example. I had to work Tuesday, and I was really, really stressed because yesterday? My inspection was yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And my buyer requested my presence to be at that inspection. And I'm panicking in the beginning. How am I going to get this covered?
It's going to happen.
And
it's
then,
going to work out.
that's exactly, I finally just sat down, and I did everything that I could do to get it covered. I reached out to everybody I work with. And was please, I owe you one. Let me know if you can help me out. And then afterwards, I was I did what I can do.
Yeah.
Now it's time to focus on the inspection. And I need to go in knowing that I'm going to be covered.
Yeah.
And let go. Literally, this is so crazy, the time frames of everything that happens. Just completely let go and took a deep breath. And I got a text. Hey, I can pick up your shift tomorrow. I'm oh. God,
see? Yeah, seriously. Yeah. And I'm I still manifest, even the little things Costco on a busy Saturday. There's no front parking. And I'm thank you for this front parking spot that I'm about to get. And I get there, and it's there for me.
I do that.
And I do that, and it works. And I'm telling you, I don't know what it is, but I'm serious. That's how it starts, and just doing little things and just thinking of the positive, and you can't control it, so whatever.
Yeah, every time too, I'll be pulling in that parking slot. I'm oh, thank you, God. God is real.
Seriously.
I did this with a box the other day. The box for this setup.
And then you get to be so positive, and then you're just thinking more and more, and you're wow, I'm so grateful for everything and everything that comes my way and this opportunity. Today I was I think I'm going to get a walk-in or a lead today. I get a call. I didn't even know I was on phone duty. And she's hey, I'm looking for some commercial property. I'm well, let's look at the MLS and see what we got here for you. So, yeah.
It does happen, speak into existence, and it's yours.
Yeah. And I think that's a really good spot to leave off. And I really am grateful for you in this podcast, and I hope that people get a lot out of this.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in and kind of keeping up with us. And it's been fun. It's been a fun journey, and we're excited to see where it takes us.
Yeah.
Until next time.
On Realtors Unfiltered.
And that's a wrap on this episode of Real Estate Unhinged.
If you laughed, cringed, or questioned your entire career path, we did our job.
Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe, or don't. We're not your broker.
Follow us for more unfiltered chaos, behind-the-scenes tea, and stuff we can't legally say on air.
Until next time, keep it real, keep it unhinged.